Good day to one and all. Today I have my colleagues here. I have Nomsesi and then I have Tulufelo. So we will be presenting to you guys about Howard Hawkins, well known as David. So we are going to present to you guys about how he explains his framework in a triangle form. He explains I, he explains thou, and he explains it. But Sir instructed us to not include the it, so we'll be explaining the I and the thou. So I'll explain first, just to give a glance perspective of I. So I is mostly the teacher who gives instruction, more or less the facilitator, who gives instruction to the learners what to do, the rules in class and that. And then the thou is the learners who takes instruction home or as in class or so forth. So my colleagues will explain further the I, and my colleagues will explain thou. Give a summary of Howard's framework. The essay I, thou, and it is about the interplay of the teacher or the student to thou and the subject or the it. David Hawkins wrote this essay in order to criticize how the situation was back then, how it was sterile and formal, how it was, instead of learner-centered, it was teacher-centered. The teacher gave the ideas instead of the learners having the idea of what the lesson is about. So my colleagues will further explain, starting with my colleague just here, Namsesi.
Like all teachers, we often wonder whether we are good teachers. The answer to this question has varied to extreme ends. We will explain some of our beliefs about the teacher and her role in the classroom. I is the teacher. The teacher is one of the three main factors influencing and defining the interplay of the I, thou, it. The teacher can take on different roles, starting from the domineering, mentoring, or guiding.
Here we'll describe our beliefs of physical and behavioral characteristics of good teachers. We as a group have always viewed teachers as people who knew what they want, looked more confident than students, and also carried themselves like teachers. This includes a clean appearance, casual clothing with matching colors, and a hairstyle that matched their face.
A good teacher, for example, can always control a class. Just to give you a glance perspective of the roles of how a teacher should be, is that you have to be knowledgeable on the subject you teach. For example, you have to have ethics as yourself as a teacher, just to enhance yourself into the lesson. Like, for example, following the zone of proximal rules that you have to add, like you have to be in a certain distance to teach your learner or so forth.
Our beliefs as teachers and in teaching is that teachers as facilitators, we believe that teachers should act as facilitators, guiding and supporting students' knowledge rather than simply imparting knowledge. Teachers should give instruction that are key to students and be patient, as well as help the learner step by step in order to achieve great things. Student-centered teaching, we believe in student-centered teaching. We believe a teacher should prioritize the needs and interests of individual students, tailoring instruction to their diverse learning styles and abilities. Lifelong learning, we believe as teachers in teaching, we should always promote lifelong learning by demonstrating a commitment to our continued education and growth. Defining thou. In this section, I explain my interpretation of the thou and its role in the I, thou, it interplay. Thou is the learner or student. Teachers are the commanding, ruling party, and students are the obedient party who listen to the instructions. This concept has been gradually changing for the benefit of the student, although it still remains deeply instilled in our culture that teachers are superior and students are inferior.
One of the premises Hawkins believes in is respect, not love towards all students. He argues that love without respect can blind and bind, whereas respect is implicit in all moral relations with others. Love for the students is more of a motherly act and not something teachers should feel for their student. It is natural for a mother to feel love for a child, but inappropriate for a teacher to feel the same for a student. The feeling of love can and will lead the student-centered relationship into a different direction when the desired one, in example, the direction of respect for each other, and thus hinder successful engagement in the teacher-student subject triangle, as I explained the I, thou, and it.